Live now. We're going to be talking about Nintendo's policy changes, but for those who are new here, this is Andres Restart. This is a very quick stream they just set up right now as soon as I got the email. I wanted to do it like 10 minutes earlier, but my internet was being dumb, but now it should be working. So let's start with the chat, and then we're going to be getting into the Nintendo's policy changes. They sent an email to all members of Nintendo's Creators Program. They're going to be ending that, and basically, you know, TLDR, the too long didn't read or listen to, you're basically going to be able to create Nintendo content the way you want it, and you're not going to have to worry about copyright claims or strikes by putting Nintendo content in your videos, as long as it's not a straight rip of the content. If you're inputting your own creative aspect to it, be it talking or different imagery and such, then Nintendo content to whatever extent is fine, including straight live streams of the games. That works. If it's you playing it and such, that's going to be fine. But we're going to be breaking it down little by little, reading it all through, and then also going into your own opinions in the chat and talking about it, and breaking it all down, just kind of seeing what everyone thinks about this. So, let me see how things are running here. Let's see how things are going on YouTube. Alright, cool. It looks like I am live. The internet can totally see you now to stop using your encoder. What? Why is YouTube being weird, man? I don't get it. But, guys, just let me know if everything looks fine, everything sounds fine. It seems fine on my end. But I just want to make sure that everything's working before we really get into the flow of things here. And this is not going to be like a long stream. I mean, this is 20-30 minutes tops. Like, we'll see. I mean, I guess we'll see how things go. If you guys have lots of questions and stuff or things you want to bring up, then, you know, we'll get into it. Hey, Casual Elixir. I saw you the other day, actually. Cool. Thank you, Sabbath64. Thank you for pointing that out. Hey, Jugs McGee, Isaiah, Super Chris, Iwonal X23. Yes, I am also thankful for Furukawa-san. I think he's doing some good stuff. Thank you, Judge McGee, for the update there. I'm glad that things are looking good so far. That's good. Can you guys hear the background music? I put a little bit of Skyward Sword music, and I don't get copyright claims anymore because I know how to handle all that. So I'll kind of get into that a little bit if you guys want some advice on that. But I mean, probably doesn't matter now because apparently Nintendo has changed their policies, and we're gonna get into that in a bit. And yes, Giants Joe, this is all about the YouTube, well, Nintendo's Creators Program that's associated with YouTube. I saw Brandon was here. Boba, yeah, the CEO is making changes. So, it looks like alright, yeah, let's get into it. So basically, I'm gonna go ahead and read this off for you guys. Okay, this is an email I got. You guys should be able to see it. And the email is sent to people who are part of Nintendo's Creators Program. So I'm gonna read it off, and I'm gonna kind of break it down little by little. So basically, Nintendo Game Content Guidelines for online video and image sharing platforms. What that means is basically whenever you put Nintendo content on your YouTube video or your Twitch stream or something along those lines, that's what this is in regards to what their policy changes are on that now. So then they say, we are humbled every day by your loyalty and passion for Nintendo games, characters, and worlds, and respect that you want to be able to express yourself creatively by sharing your own original videos and images using content from our games. So basically they're saying, yeah, we respect that YouTubers and Twitch streamers want to play and use our games and talk about them and do different kinds of stuff with them, okay? As long as you follow some basic rules, we will not object to your use of gameplay footage and or screenshots captured from games for which Nintendo owns the copyright, Nintendo game content, and the content you create for appropriate video and image sharing sites. To help guide you, we prepare the following guidelines. So from that alone, it doesn't necessarily say, oh, you can use our games and still make money off it, but the next bullet sheds light on that. So it then says, you may monetize your videos and channels using the monetization methods separately specified by Nintendo. Other forms of monetization or intellectual property for commercial purposes are not permitted. So basically, what I interpret from this, right, is basically you can just straight up, if you want to go and start streaming Pokemon Let's Go or Ocarina of Time on your YouTube channel or your Twitch channel, you're not going to get any emails from Nintendo saying, oh, Nintendo's claiming such and such visual content or audio visual content or audio copyright. There's going to be none of that, and your video can be monetized for you as long as you follow their policy guidelines. And it's not too strict here. It seems pretty straightforward and seems pretty good. But just checking the chat in a bit. Josuke, so no more muting footage, mirroring the footage to avoid the copyright. Yeah, it looks like it. It looks like it, Jugs McGee. But let's continue going down the bullets here. So, we encourage you to create videos that include your creative input and commentary. Videos and images that contain mere copies of Nintendo game content without creative input or commentary are not permitted. You may, however, post gameplay videos and screenshots using Nintendo system features such as capture button on Nintendo Switch without additional input or commentary. Okay, so this is what it's saying. You can't just completely put nothing on, like if you just come straight up rip Nintendo content and just put it on your video, on your channel, you can't do that, right? If there's some sort of commentary or some sort of change or addition from you to it, it's okay, but if it's just a straight rip, not okay. So just keep that in mind. However, they then say that if you do it through your Nintendo Switch, that's fine, that's the exception, because that's done through the Nintendo Switch. But for example, I can, if I want to, I could probably just get a 30-minute gameplay video, Super Mario Odyssey, with 0 cuts or edits, full music on there, nothing changing it, put it on my channel, and that'll be okay if I'm talking during it, right? Or if I put some additional notes and details throughout the video. If something like that, 100% fine. You don't have to worry about Nintendo claiming it. That's what this email is saying. And before, you couldn't do anything like that. So I'll minimize this for a second so you guys can see my face for a bit. So for me as a content creator, right, I've been doing this for over 2 years now, about 2.5 years, getting closer to 3 years, and you know, I've made a lot of different kinds of videos. I've made Zelda theory videos, Mario, everything Nintendo I've made, and I've used a lot of Nintendo footage. And when I first started doing it, I would always get copyright claims all the time, and basically the reason I would get it is because I would put longer than 35-second gameplay segments. Like if you put a cut of a video of audio or gameplay that's less than 30 seconds, you're probably going to be fine. But if you put it for an extended period, you will likely get claimed by Nintendo's policy. That doesn't mean you get a copyright strike by Nintendo. They don't like take away your rights to make videos, but they take all the money of the monetization for that video. But now, even if I have just straight long clips and I don't really do any sort of cool editing tricks to, you know, make it clean and professional or anything like that, it won't be claimed. Like, you can monetize those videos and Nintendo won't take any of the money. So, there you go. You don't have to worry about that anymore. What did you say, Brandon? Yo, YouTube hates me. I had your live stream up waiting for you to go live and it didn't refresh in the background, so I didn't see it. Oh, well, that's okay. We'll be here for a few more minutes. Yeah, but it looks like it'll be fine now. But let's continue down the email, and let's continue. There's not too well. There's a few different things to kind of go over here. And for that, guys, if you have any questions, just put in the chat. I will answer it to the best of my ability. And you know, obviously, I'm just reading this email, and I have a decent understanding based off the videos I've made for the last 2 to 3 years, and I've done some research on it, right? So that's the knowledge I have with it. Okay, so you know, I'm not a Nintendo representative that knows every little thing, but I have a pretty good idea. So the next bullet, it says, you are only permitted to use Nintendo game content that has been officially released or from promotional materials officially released by Nintendo, such as product trailers or Nintendo Directs. So basically, that means 2 things. You're allowed to use Nintendo game content. So if you have a capture card and you record, you know, footage from Zelda or Mario or Metroid or whatever, that's fine. You can use that. But you could also use trailers and footage from Nintendo Directs. Also okay. I mean, to be honest, it's all stuff I already do. The only difference is that I make sure to cut it in a way that it's not too much, and it's not claimed by Nintendo. Now it doesn't matter. You can put it, you don't have to edit it out at all. You can have it clean, more than 30 seconds in there, and Nintendo won't claim it, and you'll be fine. So yeah, you can use trailers from Nintendo, you can use Nintendo Direct footage, and you can use straight up captured footage from your games that you're playing from Nintendo. All of that is 100% fine. Then it says, if you want to use intellectual property of a third party and you are responsible for obtaining any necessary third party permission. So basically, yeah, if it's from another company, then it's a whole different ballgame, right? You have to worry about what the third party has to say on their particular game, so that's a different issue. But in my experience, most third parties are okay with you putting footage of their games in their videos. There are exceptions, so you do have to be careful about that. Actually, a good example one time, because Pokemon, while is associated with Nintendo has taken that they are kind of like their own company as well. And at one point, I made a review for Pokemon Sun and Moon when that came out back in 2016. And when I made a review for that, I used footage of the Z moves from the game. I used footage of that, and I got not a copyright claim, I got a copyright strike, which is bad for your channel. If you get 2 or 3 copyright strikes, you can't make videos on your channel anymore, or something like that. You can't be monetized anymore. So it was really bad. It wasn't a claim like they were just taking the money. They gave me a strike. And this is coming from a Pokemon company from Japan. So that was a weird situation. I did request to have that reviewed, and they did take away the strike, because after they reviewed it, it was clear that I was using the content within fair use, but the algorithm that was in place would literally strike you if you use a certain amount of footage from Pokemon Sun and Moon that was within the cutscenes. So sometimes like that, things like that can happen, not just from Pokemon, it can happen from third-party companies as well. I know that some people were using the footage from that leaked trailer for the Harry Potter game. Warner Brothers was giving strikes to people. So if it's something that hasn't come out yet, you definitely want to be careful about that. For example, Super Smash Bros. Was leaked. People have been streaming that, and now their channels are getting deleted. Yeah, you don't want to cover content that has not been officially released. Never do that. Never, ever, ever do that. And if it's not fully owned by Nintendo, you may want to look into it if you want to be careful about it. But yeah, so definitely be careful if it's non-Nintendo content. I mean, even Pokemon, which I would assume is Nintendo content, sometimes there can be exceptions there, so be careful with that. Yes, Juggy, now you can review more Nintendo games without Nintendo ninjas on your tail. Exactly. They will not copyright claim it, they will not strike it. All the ad revenue will go to you and not them. So there's nothing to worry about there. And actually, the Creators Program itself, by the way, because Nintendo did have a Creators Program, that is also done. As of December 6th, that is also done. So if you're a part of the Creators Program, any money that you've made through it will be sent to you, and after that point, there will be no Creators Program. And that's actually a good thing, because the Creators Program, basically, you had to put videos on there that you already made. There would be a review process, and after it was reviewed, then you would get a percentage of the ad revenue for that video. So here's a really weird thing, right? For me, I never made videos that were like just straight game rips, right, or let's plays. I always made like theories and discussion videos, and I would put different kinds of clips all over. Those are the videos that take a lot of editing and time, because you have to pick and choose the scenes that you're using in certain parts of it. Those are the kind of videos I would make that would have clips from different games, right, because I'm making different points. And the issue with that, or the issue with that beforehand, before I got better at editing and understanding the whole algorithm, those videos would get claimed by Nintendo, and then when I would try to put them into the Nintendo Creators Program, Nintendo would review the video and say, oh, this isn't exactly what we're looking for. But here's the problem. They would claim it on YouTube, take all the money, and then not let me register with the Creators Program and make even a percentage of it. Kind of stupid. Another reason why the Creators Program needed to be deleted. Well, and now it is, right? So Nintendo's getting with the times there, and that whole Creators Program debacle is now gone. So basically, guys, what everyone's sort of been begging for Nintendo, they're finally doing it. Like, you don't have to worry about making games or content about their games anymore. You're 100% okay to do it, based off the email at least. So let me see what you guys are saying here in the chat. Yeah, I'm very happy about this, Josh. Yes, Brandon, the Creator Program was literal garbage. As I just explained, I would make content that was clearly within fair use, that would just take clips and stuff, and it would get claimed by Nintendo. They would take the money and then not let me register the video, because it wasn't just audio visual content from one particular game. It was weird. And it had my own face. Like, because I had my own face, they also wouldn't claim it either. It was a weird thing. It was weird, but we're done with it now, so nothing to worry about. Yes, Vilbeard, it's really nice to see Nintendo taking away the restrictions for creators. Yeah, I am going to try and stream Pokemon Let's Go for a little bit, although we are running a little bit late on time, because I'm supposed to do something else with Ray Cabana. I'm doing a collaboration for the Podcast Dojo in about an hour and a half or so, so I might only stream for like 45 minutes to an hour, but I'll be cutting this off soon. Yeah, I've made maybe like $1 or $2, yeah, probably less, I don't know, it's not nothing. I've made like nothing from the Creators Program, but because I don't even put videos on there anymore. It's just videos I used to put a while ago. For now, I've been putting videos on the creators program for a while, especially now that whenever I make videos, they don't get claimed because I know how to edit now. Like, I know how to put in the clips and the audio content, and I never get claimed because I do it within a way that 100% falls under fair use, and there's no algorithms that catch and say, oh, this is this and not that. So yeah, if you have want any advice on editing like that, just hit me up on Discord or Twitter. I could probably, you know, go into more detail about that. But so, oh, Sabbath. So right now, I'm just streaming on YouTube, but I'm streaming games now on Twitch. So if you guys want to watch me stream games like Pokemon Let's Go, Dark Souls, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, when it comes out on December 7th, I'm going to try and stream way more often in terms of video games on Twitch. So you just want to watch me stream games and talk to me there, that's why I'm going to do that. But when it comes to like news about Nintendo, discussions, and podcasts, that's all going to be, those streams are going to be here. And of course, my normal theory, news, and discussion videos are also going to be here. But having that separation will make it a lot easier for me to create content and not worry about creating clutter. Because I know a lot of people who don't care about streams get annoyed when they just see all these different streams and they're only there for like the news videos or the discussion videos. So this will be like a better divide for my content, and that's what I'm kind of trying to go for now. So yeah, if you like watching my game streams, please follow me on Twitter. I mean, not Twitter. You could do that, but follow me on Twitch. I will be playing games there and likely doing multiplayer stuff too once Smash comes out. Yeah, you can download Twitch on your phone or check out your browser. But let's continue down, on with this site. Let's read a couple more things to see if there's anything else we can take from this before we move on. All right, so. You are not permitted to imply or state that your videos are officially affiliated with or sponsored by Nintendo. Actually, that's a really interesting thing that they said, because here's the thing. Have you guys ever noticed it, and some of you may already do it, that whenever you go to a video that says, oh, I do not own the rights to this game or whatever, you don't have to do that. That's not necessary. You just, the game will be there and that's fine. Like, you don't have to put anything in your description, anything like that to qualify your rights or ownership of the game. So don't worry about that. You don't have to put anything in there. I'm actually really glad Nintendo put that. That makes things a lot easier. They also, the last bullet here says, we reserve the right to remove any content that we believe is unlawful, infringing, inappropriate, or not in line with these guidelines. So that also means that, yeah, Nintendo still isn't going to be paying attention to the content that's being put out there. So don't assume that Nintendo's not going to be checking the content. So if you're doing some weird stuff, you know, Nintendo's gonna check. Like, if it's something that's wrong, it's gonna happen. You know, I mean, YouTube already is already pretty strict about that nowadays already. Don't put like illegal stuff. Don't like for example, the whole Smash thing. How Smash was leaked and people were literally putting links to the ROM to download on their streams. Never do that. That's already illegal. So yeah, Nintendo's definitely going to be striking you for stuff like that, and a lot of channels have been deleted because of that. So definitely don't do anything like that. That would be bad, for sure. Yeah, the Nintendo Ninjas won't be getting us smaller YouTubes anymore, or anyone really, unless you're doing something illegal. Yeah, actually, Brandon's a really good point. So Brandon said this. Let me just kind of say it out loud for everyone. This might open the door for bigger YouTubers like PewDiePie and Markiplier to play Nintendo games on their channels since they wanted to, but they just got annoyed and Nintendo about their guidelines. Yes, that is true. A lot of big streamers and YouTubers have not covered Nintendo content strictly because of Nintendo's copyright policy, but now that they've changed it, they may go ham on that. So that's going to be really interesting to see, for sure. I don't know exactly how it's going to pan out, but it's definitely going to be a game. I think it's a game changer. It's definitely a game changer. So, yeah, interesting stuff. But I think we're pretty much at the end of this, guys. Like, if you have any questions, put it out in the chat. This is not meant to be a really long stream. You know, I just wanted to cover this quickly and sort of go over everything here. Let's see, is there anything else to cover? There's this Q&A stuff. We could skim this real quick. So, frequently asked questions. What types of content are acceptable under guidelines? What types of content are not acceptable? We encourage you to use Nintendo game content in videos and images that feature your creative input and commentary. For example, Let's Play videos and video game reviews are within the scope of the guidelines. So, Let's Plays and reviews, that's normal. Don't worry about it. Go for it. However, you may not simply upload or livestream an existing Nintendo video gameplay footage without your own creative input. So like I said before, don't just rip game footage and don't put anything else. There has to be some creative input, something, whether it's commentary, notes, additional imagery, something along those lines. Just straight up gameplay with nothing else, that, you know, you gotta add something. Do the guidelines only cover video uploads, or so live streams also count as well? So you can live stream games and make videos. Same deal. Don't worry about it. What do you mean by appropriate video and image sharing websites? We generally accept most commonly used video and image sharing platforms such as, but not limited to, YouTube, Twitch, and Instagram. However, we reserve the right to remove any content that we believe is unlawful, infringing, inappropriate, or non-in-line with the guidelines. So basically, be reasonable, guys. Don't do anything illegal. You're going to be fine. What exactly are the monetization methods separately specified by Nintendo? Okay, let's kind of go over this. Currently, the monetization methods are separately specified by Nintendo include the following: Facebook, okay, whatever this is, Nico Nico. Actually, I've heard of that, but I've never pronounced it before. OpenRec TV, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube. So I guess all these different sites or programs have a monetization platform in place, and Nintendo is in agreement with that. So if you're putting videos on any of these different sources, you can make money from putting videos on these different sources. Can I sell content that I create and upload or live stream on a sharing platform if it includes Nintendo game content? No, you may not sell any videos, music, or images that you created using Nintendo game content. So, actually, what does that even mean? So, like, let's say I were to make a YouTube video, like a skit. Like, do you guys remember that Smash Bros. Skit I did where I did it in real life, like training for a Smash Bros. Tournament? If I then, putting it on YouTube and monetizing it with ad revenue, fine, right? Having a Patreon for people to support my channel, fine. People wanting to give me donations, that's okay too. But, here's the thing, if I were to take that video file and make it into a disc or something, or a program, and put it behind a paywall, directly just for that thing, that would be wrong, because then I'm selling a video, I'm selling the video, and that would be wrong because that would be having Nintendo content. Nintendo doesn't want us to use Nintendo content to sell. That is not something we can do. So be careful about that. There is a bit of a gray area there. You want to be careful about that. I'm going to stream on Twitch in like 5 minutes. I'm going to end the stream like in 2 minutes and just jump onto Pokemon Let's Go. We're going to play for like 30 minutes to an hour. I'm going to try to stream almost every day on Twitch, or at least a few times a week. So, yeah. Yeah, hey Robeer, yeah, you're a little late, but you know we're pretty much done. But yeah, let me quickly go see if there's anything else that's interesting here, and then we're gonna call it a night in terms of this particular topic. Can I create, upload, and live stream content that is based on Nintendo intellectual property outside of gameplay footage and screenshots such as fan art? The guidelines only cover sharing Nintendo game content on appropriate video, image, and sharing sites. Any other use of Nintendo's intellectual property and creation of content outside of the scope is subject to the relevant laws. Yeah, so this isn't specifying about fan art and stuff, but just my own personal opinion. If you're making something with fan art, if you're creating your own animations, you're fine. I don't think you have to worry about that. But it has to be, you know, your own animations. Like, if it's your own art creation, you're fine. Under the guidelines, can corporate entities upload or live stream videos and screenshots using Nintendo game content? The guidelines are only applicable to individual consumers using Nintendo game content. Interesting. So, companies like Target or Walmart or whatever, if they wanted to start uploading Nintendo videos, that wouldn't necessarily apply. Okay, interesting to see that. Doesn't really matter to us, but you know, it's interesting to see that at least. Will there be cases where Nintendo will remove content from sharing platforms? Yes, we reserve the right to remove any content that we believe is unlawful. So, you know, there will be random situations where Nintendo may take something down if they, for whatever reason, think it's wrong. But your traditional Let's Plays, reviews, discussions, theory stuff, don't worry about that. That's going to be fine. What do you mean by content is unlawful, infringing, or inappropriate? Okay, maybe they can sort of specify on this. I feel like it's going to be pretty vague, but whatever. Examples of unlawful, infringing, or inappropriate content include, but are not limited to, content that incorporates Nintendo intellectual property and violates applicable laws, infringes the intellectual property rights of Nintendo, and or features pirated Nintendo software. So I want to focus on the bottom one. You know, I've been talking about this whole Smash League situation, then putting out the ROMs. That is pirating, that is wrong, and those channels were taken down. So that's a great example of how, even under this new policy, you can definitely get in trouble. So don't do anything illegal, don't pirate games. Just, you know, if you want to play a game from Nintendo and you want to put it on your channel, that's fine. Just don't do anything illegal with it, and you're gonna be good. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Hopefully I covered everything. If there's any other questions that you guys have, Once this is archived, feel free to put it in the comments below. Leave a like, it's greatly appreciated. And I'm going to be streaming a little bit on Twitch, so make sure to follow me on Twitch. The link to that is also in the description below. But anyways, everyone, thank you so much, and I will see you all really soon. Have a great night or day whenever you watch this.